worldsolution.gm, and I am your host Aissatou N. Saha. Today we have this gentleman on our show, so let's have our guests introduce themselves to the public. So we started from the one at my right hand side. Sir, what's your name?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for that invite. My name is Bokar Jame, to be invited once again in World Solution GM. This is our third edition for this annual program, and I am very delighted to welcome back again. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's have the other one at my left hand side.
Well, good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, Aisa and Abubakar. Well, my name is Malan Jame. Today is my first day to appear in the World Solution GM program that have been taking place since a very long time. So I'm very glad for you inviting me here. So once again, I'm very happy.
Okay, Malan, thank you. You're welcome to the World Solution GM. Okay, so today our topic of discussion today will based on political awareness in the Gambia. So let's start it to the from you. So Malan, what is your view about the Gambian political atmosphere?
Well, Aisa, thank you very much for your question. Indeed, I'm very glad for being asked with this kind of question. As we all know, we are fast approaching towards the politics or towards the election process in the Gambia here. And the way the things are going right now, it's overwhelming as it stands. Now the Gambia here, what we know about politics and what politics is in fact is quite different. People think that politics in the Gambia here is based on violence, nepotism, setting up violations and whatsoever, but it's not based on that.
So can you tell us, when you said it's not based on nepotism and other things, what comes to your mind when you say all those things?
Like for example, we all know the capable leaders in the Gambia here. The leaders whom you know that they are well upgraded enough in order to improve this country. They are developmentally oriented, cognitive oriented and evaluative oriented. They know all the dynamics of a state. They know all the dynamics of the government. So for that being the case, if you see me saying that nepotism is simply voting for an individual who you know that even he or she is not capable enough. But you know the person, you are very much close to the person. So you'll tend to vote for that person than that of choosing a capable leader whom you know that he or she is qualified enough to be holding responsibilities of this or the affairs of this state.
Okay. So
that's why I say nepotism.
Malang, if I heard you clear, you're trying to say that when you're voting, when the youths are voting rather, let them not vote through based on tribal lines.
Yes.
Let them vote for the person who is capable for the position. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I saw.
So, through your own point of view, how will you understand that? How will an individual, an illiterate, someone who hasn't gone to school, will know that this person is capable for the position? How will you know that?
Yes, it's based on sensitizing the individual. Thank you very much for bringing this kind of topic. Like, for example, tribalism. Tribalism has been a very disastrous disease in the political atmosphere of the Gambia here. People think that politics should be based on tribalism. If you are in the same tribe with that individual, with that individual whom you know that you want to vote for, so then you think that it's quite sufficient enough for you to vote for that individual because you are in the same tribe. And that shouldn't be. You should vote based on the competence, based on the capacity and the knowledge of that individual, not based on tribe. So for you to make the masses whom you know that they are not well educated enough to be aware of this kind of disastrousness in the politics of the Gambia here is to sensitize them and also educate them. Make sure that they listen to the manifestos. Make sure that they attend the rallies and whatsoever that is conducted by every political party. So for that being the case, they will be able to enlighten themselves. They will be able to gain sufficient ideologies in order to embark on their voting process. They will be capable enough to vote for a leader whom you know that he is ready for transparency, he is ready to take this country forward. Let us all stay out from this kind of suffering. You need a leader whom you know that he will not only come just for the case of being a president, but for exercising his duties or his or her duties.
You all heard what Malang has said. Do not vote based on tribal lines. Vote for someone who is capable for the position. Okay, Malang, thank you for the words, the word of wisdom. Okay, so we're going to have the other person at my right hand side, and then the same topic goes to you. What is your view about the Gambian political atmosphere? How do you see the political atmosphere of the Gambia?
Well, thank you very much, Aisha, for that wonderful question again. At first, I would like to emphasize what political awareness is all about. Yeah, when we said political awareness, what comes to our mind and what we really expect when we said political awareness. Okay, this is where citizens are well oriented up towards politics to know what to do and what not to do when it comes to politics. We have seen many individuals insulting each other, doing such kind of things that are not even in line with our rules and regulations. We are no more abide by the rules. What was that? The reason behind this is people are not politically aware. And how can we be politically aware? We have to listen to our agendas, follow our policies and programs. Before you support individual political parties, you should know what is its political agenda. Before you roast, as Malang Jammeh said here, we should not vote based on tribal line. And that is what is happening here in the Gambia. Most of us are voting based on tribal issues. Like for instance, if I am a Mandinga, I see a political leader who is a Mandinga, so I have no choice to vote for other political parties whom you know that they belong to other ethnicities. But all I suppose to do is to support this individual because of why I am the same tribe with him or with her rather. So for that being the case, I think that has no development towards our politics.
So like if I can hear correctly,
Yeah.
you said like people are like some of the Gambians are voting based on tribal lines.
Tribal line, yeah.
So what advice can you give to the people that are voting based on tribal lines? Because we have so many political parties, different tribes, and their standard bearer are different tribes. So what advice could you give the people when it comes to
thank you
choosing
very
a
much.
leader?
Aisha, if you come to, there are certain political parties, I cannot say it all, but there are certain political parties, when you go there, you find there are a mixture of political, there are a mixture of tribal citizens. So what I will advise many people to engage in, and let us denounce certain acts that will be, let us not vote through tribal line, but we should vote according to the competency of a candidate. How competency the candidate is, and what is its agenda, and what is the program, and what he or she aim for the Gambians. This is the interest of the nation, not an interest for the individual. But here, when you come to Gambia, you find yourself that many people are shouting, following individual, not because of their interest, the interest of the nation, but the interest of their own pockets. How are they going to live on? How are they going to live life? But they never put this into consideration. What am I going to earn, and what my people are going to earn?
So Mala, Boubacar, sorry. Like, I trying to say that, like, do you think that this is the fault of the youth? I think the leaders should guys rather about this thing and know how to do with the political, like how to the people about the let them not vote due to tribal lines.
Yeah.
What are the things that you're going to say to the leaders?
The little advice I have to share with the leaders is that when they are passing their manifestos, let us make sure their manifesto is very clear and it makes sense as well. You see, if your manifesto doesn't match with our political interests, I'm not sure whether people are going to vote for you, because in that sense, you are not showing them what are you going to do, what is your capability for you to do when you come to sit in power. So, and youth as well. You mentioned about youth empowerment. When you come to youth, I think youth are they are the fundamental reason why we need changes in this country. Because currently, if you see the current situation of youth, many people are going through this back way. They are using this back way. What is the reason and what is the cause why they are using this back way? We have many countries whom you know that their youths are very much comfortable in their countries.
But like, let me get to this point.
Yes.
Like you said, times, at times they will give some promises that will not be fulfilled. And do you think that it's the fault of the people, the youths, or it's the fault of the leaders, the faults of the youth leaders?
Well, we cannot say it is the fault of youths, because youths, all what they can do is to vote, and they vote based on your manifesto. So you made the promise that if you come in power, this is what you are going to do for the youths. What are they going to expect? They will be expecting, if you come to power, this and that you are going to do for us. So now, if you come in turn and you said, and most of the presidents, they will not even say verbally, I cannot do this, but actionally, the youths will observe that all what he has promised us, he is not fulfilling that one. So now, what are they going to do? They must protest. That is why you see this rampant protest in the Gambia. Most of them are protesting, though it is their right. But I haven't seen any reason why they should protest, because if you promise them that you are going to do this and that, you should make sure that you fulfill that one. So now, if you don't fulfill it, it is their mandate when you come to another politics, another election. What they can do is to vote you out, because their vote is their voice, not so good. So that is the only means they can use to vote you out. I think that one is clear.
Okay, I'll get back to you. So, Malang, and then what are the areas that you think that Gambia needs to improve when it comes to politics? The area that they need to improve?
All right. Thank you very much once again, Aisha, for asking me this kind of a brilliant question. The improvements in this country in terms of political awareness is huge. I can say it's comprehensive. There are many areas that we need to improve when it comes to in terms of political development in the country here. Like for example, what Boubacar say, fulfilling the promises. Any promise that you make, you need to fulfill it as a leader, because a capable leader should not only promise and fail, but to promise and fulfill the promises. Because if it is not that, people are going to be mad at you. They will be protesting, and that's not a means of peacefulness.
Okay, Malang, you haven't still answered my questions. When you explain it, it makes a sense though. But like what I really need to, the answer that I really want, you're not giving the answer. I think the youths need to improve when it comes to politics, like the campaign that what others do, insulting each other. That's like those are the answers that's what I want to hear from you.
Okay.
What do you think that they need to improve in?
Okay, like for example, avoiding all sorts of violences. And also when they are going for manifestos or rallies or whatsoever, let them not sell their lives, because their life is the most important thing. You will see some youths, you know that they'll climb on top of the cars just because of following a political leader towards a rally or whatsoever. And that is endangering their life. They should not embark on doing such kind of things. And also avoid insulting each other. Avoid harassment and causing each other. You have all the rights, all the audacities to vote for any political party that you feel like, to vote for any capable leader that you feel like. So all what you know is based on tribalism, politics based on tribalism, politics based on nepotism or favorism, just because of the person is so much close to you, or the person come and give you just $100 or $500 and ask you that if you vote for me, this is what and what I will do for you.
Like to bribe them?
Like to bribe them. And I'm aware of all those kind of problems, whom to vote and whom not to vote for. I have all the rights. You should not intimidate me, telling me that if you don't vote for this particular political party, I will not even answer you when you call me, or giving you some kind of things that will intimidate you.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that is not
Malang,
fair.
thank you so much. We all heard what Malang has said. Like, your vote is your voice. Know whom to vote for as a leader, because the Gambia is our Gambia, and one Gambia, one nation. So let's know whom to vote for the leader, because one vote can impact our children's future forever. So let's comes to you, Abubakar. Abubakar, what advice can you give to the youth? Hence, the campaign is just at the corner coming.
Thank you very much, Aisha, for that wonderful question once again. Well, I'm going to take this as an example from myself, as I am a youth, and I know my weakness when you come to in terms of politics, how I approach toward politics and how I behave. Though I am not perfect, and I will not consider myself as perfect person, but I can consider myself as I am at least better than most of the youths. When you come to politics, we all witnessed when you come to political rallies how youths used to behave. Well, what Mala used to say, he said people will be climbing on top of the gele-geles. That is normal. We say that as normal thing. But the only thing I have here to address is that is the use of abusive words. That is the insult of each other's mom and each other's parents. Well, in this country, where people used to be very happy when you come to political rallies, it is there when they show their political opponents. Like for instance, if I am Doi, Malang is APRC, for instance. When we have our political rally as Doi, and we saw this person is supporting APRC or other political parties, all what we need to do is to encourage the person, let him have hope, how to attract him, how to drag him from other parties to join our parties. But we should not use abusive words, how he is going to be distant from our party. And here in the Gambia, that is that's what we are used to. The moment you show your political opponents, all what they will say, this other political parties, this and this, they will start insulting this and that. And if that individual also respond back, it means it creates what? It creates violence, not so. So, and it is very difficult for him to be very pleasant. Like for instance, if I use abusive words to him, I'm not so. Even if used against me, I cannot bear it. And likewise, if I use towards him as well, I'm not sure if he's going to bear it or to keep it in him. Why not he don't respond? So that's why I said we need to be very much ethical when it comes to our says. What are we going to say, and how are we going to behave? That is the fundamental thing. So the second thing here will be like for instance, what I will advise you to do. Yeah, let them come out in large numbers. Like for instance, if we need changes, we all know this, in this country how things are going. I'm not saying it is not going normal, but to some of the youths, it is not going normal. So what I will advise them to do is, if you have your voters card is your voice, not so. So I will advise them to come out in large number. Let us go and campaign for an individual whom we know that it is competent enough, and we want him to represent us as an next candidate. So I will advise all of us, if you are having a voters card, we all go and vote for our nation. This
Okay. Abubakar, what you're trying to say is like, you can vote for someone, like when you see something like a particular political party is not doing something, or a president is not doing something, you either come and give your points about what the party is doing, and then like the things that the party need to improve on, better than going outside insulting each other. Is that what you're trying to explain?
Yeah, that is all what I want to emphasize here.
Okay,
to
thank
make
you.
it short.
Okay, thank you. So we all heard what our guests has said, Abubakar and Malang. We thank you once again for honoring our invitation. As I said, I am your host Aissatou Ensah, and this is worldsolution.gm. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more videos loading. Thank you so